Yo, what's up everyone? It's Zen Gaming. Okay, so I just want to jump into this as well and give my feedback on what I think about this whole copyright issue on Schedule 1 and Drug Dealer Simulator 1 and 2. So I actually own Drug Dealer Simulator 1, 2, and I own Schedule 1. So yes, there is similarities. I'm not going to deny it. But you can only make a drug game so much. There's you can't really do something else. So I just want to get into this article quickly for you guys. Let me just do this. I'm sorry about that. Let me just do that. Okay, so as you guys can see, Schedule 1 is investigated for IP copyright infringement claims. So nothing brings momentum to a screeching halt quicker than a legal action. This is the prospect Schedule 1 is facing, as is being deemed too similar to movie games SA Drug Dealer Simulator 1 and 2, prompting a full investigation into the game. Um, so let's see. Steam Sensation Schedule 1 under investigation for copyright infringement. So let's get down. Okay, wait, let's read this first. Whereas people were hyping themselves up for Warzone, Vendesk will continue to enjoy the success of Assassin's Creed Shadows. Steam indie title Schedule 1 was out here dominating. The game is about making and dealing drugs and about dealing drugs and all of the rigors that come with the crime life. That is apparently appealing to the Schedule 1 that hit over 400,000 players and continues to bring in wheelers and dealers each day. So let's say down. Evidence on the investigation surfaced on the website PopPisons, featuring a document titled Movie Games Essay 1725 Decision to Commence investigation against the creator of the Schedule 1 production for claims regarding the infringement of the issuer's IP and related to the committing an act and an unfair competition against it. Movie Games SA has its own series of drug dealing games, Drug Dealer Simulator 1 and Drug Dealer Simulator 2. While the name is more overt in the goal, both titles have attracted thousands of players. The legal document mentions potential infringement of the issuer's intellectual property rights and activities that may bear the sorry guys, that's a very big word. But in any case, of unfair competition have been identified. Schedule 1 is too similar to Drug Dealer Simulator. Okay, and then I just want to show you guys something. Sorry that you guys said that. I'm just busy on Steam at the moment. I just want to go to Drug Dealer Simulator quickly. Sorry about that. So let me just go to Drug Dealer Simulator quickly. Okay, let's set that. Okay, then look at this. Okay, obviously regarding the lawsuit. Dear gamers, we like to address your Schedule 1 Drug Dealer Simulator publication and share some facts regarding the situation. There is no lawsuit. It is not our intention to prevent TVGS from selling or developing the game. There is an investigation into the nature of the similarities between the games, since a legal analysis indicated there might have been an infringement. The analysis and investigation were necessary in the light of repeating options that the games are very similar by not investigate movie games being a publicity pub, public traded company could face severe consequences for Netjig. Sorry guys, English is not my main language. The above was communicated via ESPI, a stock market communication system where we are obligated to publish such information for full transparency. Not publishing it would also be a case of neglect. Yeah, that word. From there, it was picked up by the media and in some cases wrongly reported as a lawsuit. The above is handled only by Movie Games, the publisher, not Bytrunners, the developer of Drug Dealer Simulator. The developer is not involved in it whatsoever. There is no ill will towards TVGS. We even emailed them best wishes shortly before the release. That is something I would like to know. Why would because obviously they keep the IP for Drug Dealer Simulator 2. Why would they actually email a competitor? But again, it could be true. I mean, no one's denying it. I didn't see Tyler deny it, and Tyler is obviously the developer of Schedule 1. Okay, but in any case, however, we are obligated to perform this investigation, act accordingly to the scope of the infringement if it's confirmed, and inform the public about the ESPI. So, yes, I'm not gonna lie, there is similarities between the two. Definitely, I'm not gonna lie about it. But, now my question. There's so many drug games, or I don't even want to. There's so many games out there that deals with drugs, that does this, that. Why is Movie Games SA not going after it? Is it only because Tyler made money? Is it because Schedule 1 had more players than what Drug Dealer Simulator had? What is it? I just wish they can actually come out and tell us what it is. Because at this stage, everyone is just giving bad reviews and everyone is just saying this and that. But at the end of the day, it's between the two publishers, or the developer and the publisher. Sorry, I don't see. Even the Schedule 1 is better. Obviously, a lot of people are angry about this, which, I mean, it's obvious, because even I'm not a big fan of this, because Movie Games SA, they don't go after smaller games. Now, why Schedule 1? I saw on YouTube videos previously where some people were saying you can do the same in Grand Theft Auto, which is true. Why is Movie Games SA not going after Rockstar? Yeah, and also it's the same with let's take the thing about simulator games. Also, I've heard this, and I'm just repeating what I've heard because it's true. If you take one simulator and you take another simulator, then you play basically all of the simulators. What is the difference between them? So, who gives Movie Games SA the right to just investigate? Okay, I understand their company and but aren't they just the publisher? Byte Runners is the IP holder, or I could be wrong, but Byte Runners is the developers. So obviously they made the mechanics. They made Drug Dealer Simulator. All Movie Games SA did was publish the game. Maybe they did develop something. I don't know. I don't know how publishers and developers work with, when it's big companies like this. Even if it's small companies or whatever the case might be, I'm not exactly sure how it works. I only know what I know. And what I know is, obviously publisher has a say, but okay, if you take it like that. Okay, but yes, that is just my 2 cents on this whole story. There's nothing gonna happen regarding this, because then this publisher needs to go after this publisher. Let's take supermarket together. So they got a supermarket, and then you get shopping mall, which is basically the same thing. It's the same mechanics. It's the same thing. Okay, let's take the Nintendo versus Pocket Pair. Okay, I understand that there's a lawsuit busy going on, and I don't want to get involved in that lawsuit because it is Nintendo and Pocket Pair. But at the end of the day, they did an infringement after the time and crying about you throw a ball. So obviously there's other games there as well. Why didn't Nintendo go after them? Because yet again, Powerworld made money. Same with Schedule 1. Schedule 1 made money. So this is just what I'm biased about. They see they don't have as much players as this type of game, and then they want to go in a lawsuit and go attack that person. But at the end of the day, what is it going to help? A game is a game, and the gaming market is oversaturated. Honestly, I can't stress this enough. There's no more mechanics out there that can be reinvented. everything that could be reinvented was reinvented. Okay, obviously you're gonna get that one person that will think of something, but let's take this drug games. What uh, what else can you actually do that is different? Like, okay, obviously Drug Dealer Simulator is going for the um, high quality, realistic type look, and then Schedule 1 is going for the art style. Okay, for me, don't get me wrong, for me, Drug Dealer Simulator runs better on my computer, even though Schedule 1 has just released and Tyler is still updating the game. But yes, for me, Drug Dealer Simulator, FPS wise, runs better. I've been playing 1 and 2. I've got a few hours in them, and yes, that's just what I'm trying to get at. It runs better, but it's also older because obviously the developers had time to optimize the game. But now Schedule 1, obviously it's an early access title. It released like a month or 2 months ago. I don't even know. Um, so obviously Tyler is still working on the game. So even if I go down, you guys can see this game is out of early access. It's not in early access anymore. So this is a fully released game. I don't know if they're working on a sequel, Drug Dealer Simulator 3. I don't know. I've got no idea. But at the end of the day, this are overwhelmingly negative. It's just caused by the publisher. I mean, now the poor developers need to suffer through this because the publisher wants to go after a one person. So there, I really wanted to like Drugs Simulator 2. After the first game, I had high hopes, more depth, co-op mode, maybe some innovation in the gameplay. Instead, we got a clunky, buggy mess. Okay, I'm kindly gonna disagree on this statement. It's not really buggy. Um, yeah, Drug Dealer Simulator 2 with the mixing of the drugs and stuff, it is a bit difficult than what it is on. It's easier to understand on Schedule 1, the mechanics, than what it is on Drug Dealer Simulator. But this is basically their fault. Investigating a lone dev for making a superior game is laughable. Like, instead of trying to actually improve your game, your first reaction was to bust out lawyers. Pathetic, absolutely embarrassing. You saw someone doing a job better than you ever could solo, no budget, no marketing, no safety net, and your fragile little eagle just couldn't take it. So you whipped out the lawyers like the damn trap card, thinking you could activate them in a response and getting absolutely obliterated by someone who actually gives a damn about making good games. Thinking that it'll raise the fact that one person cooked your whole $1 million studio with a passion project. You're not defending your IP, you're defending your insecurities. I kind of agree with that. You're not protecting your brand, you're shielding your mediocrity from the public exposure, and you're failing for that. Imagine getting your ass handed to you by one person with the passion and vision and thinking the right move is to cry over to you. Okay, so I'm not gonna read all of this, but you guys get the gist of it. Yeah, so let me know down below what you guys think of this whole investigation into Schedule 1, because I don't know, it's just something I don't really agree with. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I agree with, it doesn't matter what this person agrees with. At the end of the day, movie games to say is still going to go forward with it if they find something. Which at the end of the day, I honestly don't think they have something they have to say, in my honest opinion. But who knows? We'll see what happens, and I will definitely make a follow-up video. Alright, but then I'll see you guys in the next one.